Jesus will rule forever. Prove me wrong. If Jesus isn't God, why does he reign forever? Revelation 11:15 declares, "The kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his Christ, and he shall reign forever and ever." Only God is eternal, yet Jesus rules forever. Skeptics, can you explain? The rise and fall of kingdoms. Throughout history, kingdoms have come and gone. Egypt, Babylon, Rome. Mighty empires that once ruled the world are now ruins of the past. But Revelation 11:15 speaks of a kingdom that will never end, a throne that will never be overthrown, a ruler who will reign forever, and his name is Jesus. If Jesus isn't God, how can he rule for eternity? The prophecy of the eternal King. Hundreds of years before Jesus was born, the prophet Isaiah spoke these words, "For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. Of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end." Isaiah 9:6-7. How can a child be given an eternal kingdom? The answer? Because that child is no ordinary king. If Jesus isn't God, how could his rule last forever? The King of Kings arrives. When Jesus walked the earth, the people expected a warrior king, someone to overthrow Rome. But Jesus didn't come riding on a war horse. He didn't come with an army. Instead, he came riding on a donkey, fulfilling Zechariah's prophecy. "Behold, your king is coming to you, lowly and riding on a donkey." Zechariah 9:9. Yet even in humility, his authority was undeniable. The winds and waves obeyed him. Demons trembled before him. The sick were healed by his word. No earthly king ever ruled with such absolute power. If Jesus isn't God, how can he have dominion over creation? A crown of thorns before a crown of glory. The rulers of the world rejected him. Instead of a royal throne, they gave him a wooden cross. Instead of a golden crown, they twisted thorns into one. They mocked him, saying, "If you are the king of the Jews, save yourself." But what they didn't realize was that this king was not bound by death. 3 days later, the tomb was empty. Jesus rose victorious, and before ascending into heaven, he declared, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me." Matthew 28:18. If Jesus isn't God, how can he hold all authority in heaven and earth, the unstoppable kingdom? Every kingdom built by man has fallen, but Revelation 11:15 speaks of a different kind of kingdom. The kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his Christ, and he shall reign forever and ever. Who reigns forever? Only God. Yet Jesus is the one who sits on the throne. If Jesus isn't God, why does he reign for all eternity? The challenge to skeptics. Here's the challenge. If Jesus isn't God, explain this. Earthly rulers fade away, empires crumble, kings die, but Jesus rules forever. No prophet ever claimed this throne. No angel ever took this seat. No other name was ever given this authority. So if Jesus isn't God, prove me wrong. The unshakable truth. Jesus isn't just a great teacher. He isn't just a wise prophet. He is the eternal King, and his reign is unshakable. Of his kingdom there shall be no end. Luke 1:33. Will you bow before the King today? Closing and call to action. The question is, do you believe it? If you believe Jesus is God, type "Jesus reigns forever" in the comments. If you don't, explain this passage. For more powerful Bible truths, like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Jesus will rule forever. Will you be part of his kingdom?